Okay, welcome back. Okay, so let's use this formula and now this is the formula that's used. For example, let's say you're like what I did 5 years ago with this detached garage that I'm in right now. So we remodeled, me and some guys remodeled this and turned this into a like rec room. So we've got a 2-car garage that's on my property that we remodeled. Okay, so one of the things that we did, now I didn't put in the joists, but one of the things when you look up, it was completely gutted. None of this was in here. It was completely bare. There were no walls. It was completely open. There was the outside wall, but that was pretty much it. So what we have, and again, if you wanted to find out the joists, so this is what the formula is if you have a certain space, right, and you want to cover the space with a certain number of joists, and you're going 16 on center, 16 inches on center, which is very typical, a standard measurement when you're doing joists for a ceiling or even walls. Usually it's 16 inches on center. This would be the formula that you would use if you wanted to find out how many joists you need, or for example, how many studs you would need for a wall. This would be the typical formula that you would use. Okay, so this here tells you the length of the area that you're looking at. Okay, and this J represents the number of joists that you're going to use. Okay, so now let's say we have this situation. Okay, so we want to cover a distance of 44 feet. Okay, let's say we want to cover a distance of 44 feet, and we need to know approximately how many joists we're going to need. Okay, why is this important? Because if you're going to hang drywall, you're going to want to know, well, that's one of the things. If you want to hang drywall, you're going to want to know where these are at. So 16 inches on center. So anyway, so let's say we've got 44 feet and we want to see how many joists we need. Well, here's where the process comes in. Well, I'm going to use my formula. So I'm going to plug in 44 feet where I need to. So that's going to be here. And I'm going to use parentheses, right? So whenever you put in a value, you're going to want to use parentheses to, again, show the multiplication in this case. So it's going to be 3/4 times 44 feet. Okay? And again, you always want to use the units, right? You always want to make sure you understand the units that are going into here. +1. Okay, so now, what does this equal? Well, this is going to equal 33 plus 1, and so that's going to equal 34. So we're going to need approximately 34 joists. Now, just off to a side, again, for those of you who like to DIY, no, that was right. No, DIY. So anyway, one of the things that I learned from my uncle, and some of you may have already known this, is whatever this is, you always want to get a little bit more. Okay? So usually 5 to 10% more. So again, why? Because if you're like me, you're going to make a mistake or two. In any job, any commercial job, they'll usually order 10% over what they calculate because, again, for scrap and mistakes and end pieces that you're not going to use, right? So, but anyway, for the purpose of this problem, the answer is 34 joists. Okay, that's it. Have a great day.